What do you want to tell us?
Well, this afternoon I'm coming out to speak about the events that we'll have starting on Thursday night. We'll be preparing, the City of Atlanta Police Department is preparing to host the Peace Drop. Peace Drop will be held in the underground space. We're expecting a pretty large crowd. We will increase our police security and enforcement around that particular area. We'll have an increase of officers out there during that time. We hope that everyone that will come out and enjoy themselves, but understand that we want them to come with patience and understanding. As well as we want to make sure that the citizens of Atlanta understand that celebratory gunfire is illegal in the city of Atlanta, and as well as being dangerous. We would hope that they do not get involved in celebratory gunfire and recognize what goes up must come down. And that when you shoot up in the air, it is almost as dangerous as shooting at an individual. And then to deal with the events on Friday, we have the Peach Bowl parade and then the Peach Bowl. We anticipate a large crowd there as well. We will have an increased police presence during that time so that everyone can come out and enjoy themselves for that event as well.
How do you tell folks, we've seen a lot this year from, terror threats to people going around the city, busting windows, about the threat this year. How's the threat this year different to, say, last year?
Well, what we want people to do to address all those issues is to continue to see something and say something. Be very vigilant and help us out with anything that appears to be unusual or out of the norm for them. We will have the police resources out. Our 911 office will be staffed. We'll be working with all our partners, law enforcement partners throughout the metro area to address those very same concerns.
You're talking about celebratory gunfire. What are the legal consequences? There are people that are going to be watching this and are still probably going to do it. What do you tell those people?
Well, again, we rely on our citizens to assist us in giving us calls, and anytime that they have or see illegal gunfire. Celebratory gunfire, shooting in the air in the city of Atlanta is illegal, and as I stated earlier, it's quite dangerous. And we would want our citizens to remain safe and not get involved in that type of activity.
Times Square's putting a lot of things in place, security get there early, screenings. Are you doing anything even remotely close to New York? I know it's not as proportional as crowds, but anything that people should expect?
The same, very similar to what they're doing there. We would like for people to come to the event early, get inside early. We anticipate a significant sized crowd, and so we want people to be patient in getting inside the event.
Chief, you gave the wrong date for the game. It's Thursday. You said Friday by accident.
I'm sorry?
You gave the wrong date for the game. You actually said Friday instead of Thursday.
I'm sorry, yes.
So just restate that, and they can edit that out.
Yes, the game for the Peach Bowl game will be on Thursday, and then that night we'll have the Peach Drop.
Last year, every time we cover this in the stations, there's always a bunch of people getting drunk and fighting. What steps are you taking to minimize some of that at the underground?
Well, one of the things we understand that people will come out and celebrate. And what we want them to do is to make sure that they are not drinking and driving. And if they have to drink, if they're going to be out drinking, that they get a designated driver, utilize MARTA, or take some other mode of transportation. But again, we want people to come out and act responsibly.
Last year there was an issue over here, right by 5 Points, which is across the street from Peach Drop. There was some incidents there. Are there any more steps or more protection of police out there running around the 5 Points?
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, we will have a larger contingency of police officers out for this particular event, and so we want people to act responsibly.
Now, local, I'm sorry if I missed this originally. It's more than APD. Are you in cooperation with other law enforcement in the area for this weekend and for the activity? Can you tell me about that?
That's correct. The City of Atlanta will be working along with all our law enforcement partners throughout the the Peach Bowl as well as the Peach Drop. Yes. Again, I'd speak on the thinking before you drink. If one does have to drink, that they utilize some other means of transportation, utilize MARTA, or get a designated driver.
Do you have one particular concern that you're really worried about this particular New Year's Eve as far as the terror threat?
We have no evidence of any significant threats to the city of Atlanta.
Can people, as far as screenings, can people expect to be, have their bags checked? Like, do people expect that type of enhanced screening when they come in?
We'll be using our typical platform of checking to make sure that no incinerator devices or anything of that nature come into the event.
Aside from the Peach Drop and the Peach Bowl, we have other areas of focus where you're expecting a lot of activity, and you have New Year's leading up into a weekend that can lead to.
We'll be going
a
on
lot of
12-hour shifts, and so you'll see police increase throughout the city in all the zones, typically around the events, the different events. I know we're having something at the Fox, and so you should see some increased patrols around there as well.
We've got a press release that has all this in it too. I'll send out to you guys today.
Okay, cool.
I know you guys were late. Any other questions?
You say you did?
I'm gonna post it on
prefer
YouTube,
people
so
not
you
to
can-
bring bags, like clear bags would probably be ideal if you're coming into the area.
Again, we want people to come out and enjoy themselves. We understand that, but I believe it is our belief that the less bags they have, the better.
Do you have any hard numbers on the crowds he's asking?
No, not as of yet.
Now, when we've had other big events like bowl games and such that come to Atlanta regularly, will your officers be working 12-hour shifts again? Do you have road
Yes, I said that earlier. We'll be going on 12-hour shifts starting on Thursday.
Okay, good. I'm gonna put it on YouTube so you guys can grab some stuff off there too.
Okay. All right. Thank you.